Hi guys, this is JSON.com and I'm here with a foldable phone, the Xiaomi Mix Fold 2, which is a bit of a work of art, especially in this hue here. It's co-engineered with Leica, as is shown here, the upper part via the inscription, and I have to say it's much lighter and slimmer than I expected, particularly since it has a diagonal which is larger than the Galaxy Z Fold 4.1. Here we're dealing with a phone which has an 8-inch diagonal and an OLED panel. Sadly, this phone is only limited to China, only on the Chinese market, and is not available in Europe. Somehow I managed to score it here for a quick hands-on, and as you can see, there's a fold down the middle, but not as bothersome as the one on its rivals, the Oppo Find N and the Galaxy Z Fold 4. I'm shocked by how light it is. It's only 260 grams, considering an iPhone 13 Pro Max and 14 Pro Max are 240 grams. It's quite light. It's just 11.2 millimeters in thickness, so that's also rather impressive. I should probably also mention it has a powerful CPU inside, Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, and it has a professional camera system co-developed with Leica with a main 50 megapixel shooter, also 13 megapixel ultrawide camera and 8 megapixel telephoto camera with 2x optical zoom. At the front side there's a 20 megapixel camera, which I'm pretty sure I've seen on other Xiaomi phones this year. It has a 4500 mAh battery with 67 watts wired charging. The interface here is interesting. It's a MIUI Fold 13 based on Android 12, and there are some modifications from the usual approach. There are extra widgets and there are extra panels for multitasking, as you can see for yourself here. And I also noticed a sort of sidebar which appears now and then to help you with the multitasking. Now, as I said before, we have a large screen here, one of the largest on the market. This one is an 8.02 screen. It's called Eco OLED. It has a 120 Hz refresh rate, so should be good enough for gaming, thanks to that refresh rate. The external screen, this one is a rather typical, I would say, AMOLED, 6.56 inches, Samsung E5 and a resolution of 2520 over 1080 pixels. It has 10-bit color and a pretty impressive contrast rate. The camera interface is expected to be similar to what we've seen on the Xiaomi 12S Ultra and the Xiaomi 12S series. Portrait option, photo option and video option, with a special stabilization option here at the top side, actually 3 of them. Okay, there's a documents feature, there's a pro mode and a more section with the extras, a 50 megapixel short video, vlog, time-lapse, movie effects, clone, AI, watermark and so forth. Okay, so far so good, I would say. This is the second attempt of Xiaomi of making a foldable phone. The first one had a liquid lens. This one doesn't have it anymore. This series has become experimental. Well, honestly, the whole Mix series was experimental, and this one keeps it up. It's pretty slim and very light, impressively so, I would have to say. And the screen is so bright I had to properly calibrate it before doing this hands-on material. It's also good for multitasking. It's not very clear if it has stylus support. As far as I know, it doesn't. I do know that it has symmetrical stereo speakers. I can see here a setup at the top side and the bottom side, and of course with Harman Kardon tuning and Dolby Atmos as well. It has NFC, it has an infrared emitter at the top side, and once again very slim at 11.2 millimeters. Okay, so that's about it. That's the first contact with the Xiaomi latest foldable phone, and I think we're about to see the third one soon, maybe at CES, maybe at Mobile World Congress, and hopefully with some love for the international market. Goodbye.